Hello everybody, my name is Courage55 and welcome back to the next episode of the making of the Askosverse shorts. So last time I believe we have drawn the thumbnail, so on today's episode we're going to be drawing one of the backgrounds. This is a new process, obviously, as I've explained previously. I'm going to draw the backgrounds in advance to the actual art. So I thought today we'd be going through one of the backgrounds that we're going to draw. So I'm going to start off with I'm basically going to call back to the episode where we did the character designs, and I'm going to draw a background which includes those designs. So there's a certain scene in the script. At the very, very end we see a family photo on a desk which shows the family. So we're going to be drawing that today. So obviously we want to start off with a good perspective, so we're going to start with a sketch. So let's see here. We want to lower down our brush size. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that we have a photo frame, right? And it's maybe going to be a little angled like this. And then we see this going off with the whole thing, and we see the stand, maybe. And then we have the photo, and then we have the people in the photo, so we have two people and plus hollow, and no, I want the photo to be able to be seen, so we're gonna start with like I want to do it at an angle, but I want it to be able to be seen by the camera. So, like this, maybe. Yeah, that works. And then we can have the stand out the back, which we can still see. Now I'm going to fix this perspective in a minute, but this is basically what it's going to be looking like. And then obviously we have our people in the background. We're going to have the father, the brother, and Hollow. There we go. And then we can have the edge of the desk here, and the back of the desk here. There we go. Now we're going to edit the proportions a little bit, so make the photo a little taller. And there we go. I think that works. Okay, so now we're going to move on to drawing the actual image. So we're going to lower the opacity a little, and we're going to draw over this. So as I said before, we're going to fix the perspective on this. So I'm going to go for just do the top first, like this. There we go. And we're gonna bring in our line assistant here to help with the lines. There we go. And there we go. So the perspective is now a little better on this. And then we can still have the stand poking out the back, like that. Like this. I'm gonna make the stand a little thinner, so I'll just have one leg being shown here. And yeah. So I can just fix the perspective on this a little bit more. There we go. So clean up the line out a little bit, and now we're gonna go on to drawing the actual frame. So we want to start off with a square. Like, there we go. Then we're gonna have a little bit more of a border around this. There we go. So now that we have this sorted, now we need to draw the background portion. This is the foreground, and that is the background. So here's a bit of foreground. There we go. Just drawing in the desk. We erase some of the lines, and there we go. that is the basic line art of the background we're drawing here. So now we're going to color it in a little bit. So we're going to go for a kind of a reddish brown here for the frame. Yeah, that works. Make the back part a bit darker and the interior part the same color, and then we're going to go for the stand here and make that be that color too. There we go. So now we have the frame sorted. We're going to have the background of the image, which is going to be a complementary color to this. And then we want to go back, and as we see here, I've already drawn one of the backgrounds for the short, which I will pull up here. So as you can see, I've already drawn one of the backgrounds here of her room. So we color pick the palette, we go for the wall, we go for the desk, and then we go for a darker color for that part of the desk. There we go. As we can see, here's our desk, and as I notice here, I forgot to put in the, I don't know what it's called, but it's not a skirting board, it's something different. But yeah, we're gonna add that in here for just a moment. So that's gonna be going across like this. And yeah, there we go. We're gonna add some little details at the back here. So just to show it's a thing on the wall. And then we erase more of the lines. There we go. That's that line art done, so now we can select that color and paste it in. And then we also want the color that goes along with that at the bottom of the board, like this. There we go, that is the main background sorted and done. So now we want to draw in the contents of this photo. So we need to lay this out properly. So we're going to have the father off to the left, the brother over here, and then Harlow is going to be out in the front a little bigger. There we go. This is a good preview of what it's going to look like. So we turn down the opacity on that and we start to draw them. So I'm going to cut to when we are done with that. Well, this will be interesting because I've done with the full background now. As you can see, in post I'm gonna blur out some of these faces. But this is the done background. As you can see, there's a photo of Harlow and her family, also known as Harlow, her brother, and the mysterious black splotch that will probably be on screen right now. But we're gonna go and shade this. So I don't shade every background, as you see from this background I drew earlier. I didn't shade this one. But I feel like I'm gonna shade this one because this is an important one. So we're gonna shade this now. We're gonna shade the people in it first, so we'll start with our brother. Obviously we use a multiplier layer to shade. We put it a little lighter. We grab our brush and start shading. So I'm just gonna add some shading to this. Before you ask me how I shade, I honestly don't know. I just put shade wherever I feel like it should realistically go. So we need to shade in his hairline here. There we go. Then we have to shade his ear here. And now let's move on with Harlow. I'm gonna go shade her father, which you will not be able to see, haha. You thought that you would be able to see his face? You were wrong. But just pretend like I'm shading it right now. And there we go, that's the photo shaded. So now we're going to go and shade the rest of the image. So we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna shade over this. Like this. Just a little shadow over the image. Because after all, this is a photo. So, of course, there would be a little bit of shadow from the actual frame. So we're gonna go for kind of this going on here. There we go, and then we're also gonna have this over here shaded. A little bit going off here. A bit here. And then we're also going to give this a little bit of shadow. So, you know, it looks like it's actually on the desk. And then we'll have a little bit of shadow around it as well, like this. And once we put on the multiplier layer, this will look better. Then we'll have a little bit of shadow underneath the not skirting board. I forget the name of it, someone will have to tell me in the comments. then we turn down the opacity a little bit, we clear up the bits that shouldn't be shaded, like here. We just clean up the surroundings a little bit. And there we are. Here is the finished background. That's a lot more detailed than what some backgrounds may look like, but this is one of the backgrounds that will show up in the short. And of course you will not know who Harlow's father is until the short comes out. I'm gonna keep that a surprise for you. But then we're gonna add some glare onto the image, so we're gonna put it like kind of that opacity. I think that works. As you can see, it's a photo, so it has to have that. And then of course we're gonna wanna save this image, and we're gonna name it as... we're gonna name this family photo. We have to give them good names so I know what they are. There we go. Now we have this background completed. So yeah, I don't always shade every single background, so not every background will be like that. Most backgrounds will be like this. I mean, the photo might not even be shaded in those, but yeah, this is basically how I make a background. As always, I look at the script once I'm done, so in the script I will explain a background. So as you can see, this background I drew earlier of the scene I wrote in the script writing episode of, you know, we have some posters of Wallace and a Euroverse reference, a Crystal Desires reference, and a Cat-esque reference. So yeah, those are all there, and there's also some extras in there too. But yeah, I think that will be all for today. So again, thank you all for coming along to this series. I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I will see you in the next episode. So this has been Courage 55, and goodbye!